and welcome to the kitchen. Today's dish is bechamel sauce, and I'm following Anthony Bourdain's recipe from his book Appetites. This is a simple recipe, and the book describes the whole process in only 2 paragraphs. I thought it'd be a great one to start with, because it's used in lots of other recipes in the book. In this case, I'm making it to use in a lasagna, which there's a little sneak peek of at the end of this video. So as you can see, I've started by melting some butter in my biggest pan. Ideally I would have had one a bit bigger, which you'll probably spot in a bit. And once the butter's stopped sizzling, meaning that the water's been boiled off, I'm then adding plain flour to begin making a roux. The recipe instructs us to incorporate an equal amount of flour into the butter until a dry paste forms, which you can see is where I'm at here. The milk's come to a simmer in the other pan, so we now need to mix that into the flour butter mixture. The recipe didn't say it, but I found that if I just added a bit at a time and kept whisking it, it stayed fairly smooth all the time. Like you can see in this part, I poured in a bit of milk, which then briefly went kind of lumpy, but soon whisked smooth again. So after doing that 4 or 5 times, all the milk is now incorporated, and you'll see what I meant about using a bigger pan. After the last bit of whisking, we've now got a lovely smooth and glossy texture, and at this point Tony tells us to season it with salt, pepper and optionally nutmeg. The recipe says that if we want to add nutmeg, we have to use a judicious amount, and I didn't really know what that meant, so I just put a little bit in. After a quick taste test and adding a bit more salt, the sauce is about finished. He did say to carry on cooking it until it could go up the back of a wooden spoon, but we're clearly already at that point, so I considered it done. As I mentioned earlier, I'm using this sauce in an upcoming lasagna recipe, from the same book. So if, like me, you've sometimes wondered how Tony really cooked for his friends and family, feel free to subscribe and we'll follow his recipes together.